Hello everyone, thank you for joining me and stoning. Thank you for tuning in. Again, as always, as I say in every one of my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, as well as turn on your notifications so that you're able to see me as soon as I post. So, we're gonna go ahead and just jump into this. So if you watch my previous videos, a few years back, I used to work at this bar. Now, mind you, this man that used to come into the bar, it was an older man. He was about, I want to say later 50s, earlier 60s. He was my boss's friend. He was a very good businessman and made really good money and very successful. Let's just put it this way, he had a lot of money, so I'm assuming he just thought he was the shit. This man, from day one that I started working at this bar, he was always just so rude to me. Like, he was rude to the point where, like, he would literally go get my boss to go tell on me, like, the stupidest thing, like if I forgot a lime, to give him a lime, or I forgot to give him the salt shaker. So I stopped serving this man after a while because I'm like, it's getting to a point where my nerves are going crazy and I'm gonna end up going off on this old shit. One day though, I don't know what happened. He came in, he was someone that I didn't know, and like, I didn't know who this man was with the way he was acting. He was so nice. He was asking me to serve him drinks. He was saying I was making him perfect, you know, saying I'm a good worker, all these things. So I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, finally my hard work is paying off. My hard work of trying to serve this man is paying off, and he's noticing. Not that I really cared, but I was just like, finally, like, leave me alone. The end of the day though comes, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, my shift ends, my boss pays me, and I'm getting in my car to go home. This man comes up to me, and as always, you guys, safety first. So I always make sure I lock my doors as soon as I hop in my car, especially at nighttime. I cracked my window like I did with my boss, and I asked him, I'm like, you know, what's going on? And he's like, how are you? And I'm like, you just seen me, I'm doing all right. And he's like, did you get paid good tonight? And I'm like, yeah, I've worked pretty good for my money. He literally just stood there. Like, I don't know what else to say to him, so I'm literally about to just, you know, leave. And I tell him like, well, you have a good night. And he's like, no, wait. He's like, have you ever been to Chicago? And I'm like, this man is gonna lead into the same thing that my boss led into, and it's gonna go south for him. I'm like, yeah, I have. You know, I lived only two and a half hours away from Chicago, so of course I went to Chicago all the time. Like, oh, do you like it there? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. Guys, this next part is so hard for me to tell because I've never had this happen to me, like with my boss, but I've never in my life been bribed with money, and it just made me feel so disgusting. Even though I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong, but just for him to ask me, I felt so gross. Like, I was so disgusted. So this man goes, what do you say if I pay you? Whatever you want, I'll pay you. No, he said, I'll pay you $1,000 to hang out with me. He's like, I just want you to hang out with me and show me a good time. Make me feel young again. I was just like, I don't act young myself, so I don't know how to make you feel young. And I'm thinking, like, dude, you have a lot of kids. Why don't you just go with your kids? Have your kids make you feel young. He's like, you know, I have all this money to spend, and I'm always alone. Like, dude, you have a freaking wife. Like, stop being a fucking perv. You guys, I looked at this man sincerely, and I was like, no. He goes, well, what about $1,500? What if I paid you $1,500 to hang out with me? I'm looking around like, is anybody else witnessing this shit? Because this is nuts. Like, I must be dreaming. I was like, no, I'm not like that. I'm sorry. No. He goes, $2,000. Matter of fact, I'll pay you whatever you want me to pay you so you can hang out with me. As tempting as it sounds to most of you hoes, I said no. I was raised differently. I'm a different breed. I don't do that hoochie mama stuff. I looked at him and I'm like, no, seriously, no. And this man was shocked, almost like he couldn't believe that I told him no. He starts going into, well, you have a daughter, you want to take care of her. No. Stop right there. Even if I'm not taking care of, my daughter will always be taken care of. I don't need your nasty ass money to take care of my child. And I just drove off, you guys. It was crazy. I drove off and I watched this man literally just stand in the same spot that he was standing in trying to talk to me, watching me leave. He was in shock. After that, you guys, I don't think I've really seen that man at the bar ever again. But after that experience, I only worked there actually once or twice after that experience, and then I decided to quit. It was becoming too much for me. You know, I'm grown, of course, I can take care of myself. It was to a point where I'm just like, it happened already twice. I didn't want it to continue to happen. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get myself out of this situation. I ended up quitting there. I had a job already, like a daytime job, so it really didn't matter to me. But you guys, that was one of the experiences. I mean, there's more details into it. It's one of those moments that you have to be there to actually understand what it was like, so that you could understand how creepy this was. But you guys, thank you for watching and staying tuned to the story. I have another story, you guys, that is so funny. I was young and I was very rebellious. Matter of fact, I'm lying. I wasn't rebellious. I was young and very sneaky. I was a very sneaky child. So the next story I have for you guys is gonna be so crazy. I got my ass beat. Make sure you stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos, as well as turn on your notifications so that you're able to see me when I do post videos. Again, thank you for joining me, guys.